Hi, this is David Robert Boxley. In this video, I'd like to take you on a little tour of some of the totem poles in Metlakatla. These are totem poles that I either carved on my own or with my father or with my friend Clifton Guthrie. They're also, most of them are important poles to my family, like my grandmother's memorial, my great-grandfather and grandmother's memorials, my great-uncles. And the one that Clifton and I did for our Children's Mental Health Center means a lot to me. It was put up last year. So I hope you enjoy the tour. Thanks for joining me. This is my great-grandfather Albert Bolton's memorial totem pole. It was raised in 1994, carved by my father. Top figure represents my great-grandfather holding a rainbow representing the hope and future of our culture and the future success and hope for our people. The next figure is him holding a bentwood box representing the treasure and wealth of our cultural wealth of our family. The next set of figures represent all four clans, because at his memorial potlatch each clan hosted a day where they did a whole bunch of business, and it was a huge event, the largest potlatch in modern history for our people at the time. The next figure represents his wife, Dora, who he loved very much, and she's holding a copper shield with an eagle design on it. And below is Yaya's crest, the eagle. He was Lachskiig. There's several totem poles here in Metlakatla that I'll talk about. As far as the order in which you read them goes, this is one where I'd like to reiterate how much I can't stand the term low man on the totem pole. Here the bottom figure is his crest, is one of the most, if not the most important figure on the totem pole. Next to my great-grandfather's totem pole is my great-uncle Alex's totem pole, Alex Bolton. He passed away in 2012. And Dad put this figure up here at the senior center in the style of a welcome pole because of my uncle's very kind and open demeanor with everyone. His nickname was Tsimshian, which just is brother with a Tsimshian accent. He's a very kind, loving man. This is my most recent totem pole here in Metlakatla. It was carved with my friend Clifton Guthrie. Made it with me. This is for our children's counseling center called Willamette, Place of Healing here in Metlakatla, in their beautiful new building. This totem pole is another one where we talk about the order in which the story is told. This one is actually told from the bottom up. The bottom of the totem pole has text in our language, Somaliac, that's written as if it was a message from the founders of our community to us, for us to remember that they made this community for us, that we should take care of it, take care of each other. The next set of figures up are our ancestors, represented by one man and two women. They're wearing traditional garments. The man's got a chilkat apron on. The women have dresses that have basketry design accents to acknowledge the weavers that came out of Metlakatla and actually developed our own style of basket weaving that comes from here after we moved here. The band that they're holding up shows our island's natural resources. There's a halibut and salmon and berries and Devil's Club, medicines, the natural wealth of our island. Above that are the four clans of the Tsimshian people. We have Freya-tree, not moiety, for our people. There's eagle and raven, wolf, and killer whale. This is to represent all the family connections, all the interconnectedness between our people here. The next band right above them is a band that represents the island itself, our land. And above that are a boy and a girl and they're holding up our town emblem, our flag. The point of the pole is to show that our language, our ancestors, our natural resources, our family ties and ancient history and connections, and our land itself are all of the things we need to be giving the next generation of our people, so that they, up there on top, very proud, holding up our community symbol, can move forward into the future with pride and a sense of identity that will allow them to have a strong future. This totem pole my father and I carved for my dad's great uncle Frank Hayward, is my great grandmother's brother. He was Haida of the Raven clan. Shows him at the top in his crest form, holding his children and grandchildren. The central figure shows him teaching his children how to fish. He was a wonderful, amazing fisherman, which is why this pole was put down here by our breakwater. He was the captain of the Alaska Gem for many, many years. He's an amazing fisherman and a good man. At the bottom there shows that he was a strong Christian holding the Bible, and he's got a salmon in the other hand because, again, he was just an incredible fisherman and provider. When he passed, the entire fleet escorted his boat home for the last time. Frank Hayward. And these are the totem poles here at my home in Metlakatla. The house was built by my great-grandfather in the mid-1920s, so it's almost 100 years old. The center pole is a replica of my dad's very first totem pole that he raised in this spot in 1982 at the first potlatch in Metlakatla. He and I carved a replacement for it and put it up in 2014. The original is at the Totem Heritage Center in Ketchikan. It was a pole to thank his grandparents for raising him and a memorial for his grandmother. At the top is my great-grandfather Albert Bolton, wearing an eagle headdress and holding a war club as a protector of the house. Next figure is my great-grandmother Dora Hayward Bolton, holding a figure representing all the children she had anything to do with raising. There were quite a lot of them. The next four small figures represent their children: Frank, Don, Alex, and Laverne. Laverne is my grandmother. The next figure is Yaya, my grandfather, holding a fishing hook because he was a good provider, and the Bible. Both of them were devout Christians. The bottom figure is an eagle representing my great-grandmother's crest, and the little wolf coming out of the ears in between them represents me. I was a very little baby boy when the original pole was carved. The small pole to the right was put up in 1994. It was carved by my father. It used to stand at my maternal grandfather's home in Washington State, and when he passed and my grandmother was going to sell the house, I decided that I didn't want it to go to whoever was going to buy the house. So we had it moved up here, and in 1994, on the Wolf Clan day of the 4-day potlatch, my dad let me conduct the raising. I believe it was the first time a totem pole was ever put up by just children. And it's a story of a man who was taken away by the salmon, a boy who was taken away by the salmon. The one on the left is my grandmother, Laverne Welcome's memorial totem pole. I carved this in 2011 for her memorial potlatch. One of my favorite things about that is that my father carved the original of the one on the right here when he was 30 for his grandmother, and I carved this one when I was 30 for my grandmother. The top figure is her crest, eagle. She was Lachskiik. The bottom figure represents her, and she's holding a basket. Her mother and grandmother were basket weavers, but it also represents the treasures she took care of at the William Duncan Cottage Museum. She was its first curator and was the curator for 25 years. Thanks for joining me on this totem pole tour. It's not all of them here in Metlakatla, but it's the ones that are closest and most important to me and my family. Thank you very much.